Ever wondered how a figure from the distant past still influences our modern world? Have you considered the impact of Julius Caesar? The echoes of his legacy reverberate around us even today, centuries after his death. We see his influence in the way we conduct politics, in the strategies we use on the battlefield, and even in the calendar that regulates our daily lives. His rise to power was not accidental, but the result of careful planning and clever tactics, a blend of charisma, military genius, and political acumen. The story of Julius Caesar is a fascinating exploration of how one man's ambition can shape the course of history. His tactics and leadership style have been studied, emulated, and adapted by countless leaders throughout history. Join us as we journey back in time to explore Caesar's rise to power and the tactics he employed. Together, we'll uncover the echoes of Caesar in our modern times. Julius Caesar, an ambitious young Roman, had a vision far beyond the confines of the Roman Republic. Born into a patrician family with a lineage that traced back to the founding of Rome, Caesar's early life was steeped in the traditions and politics of the ancient city. Yet, even as a young man, his ambitions reached beyond the marble columns and cobblestone streets of Rome. He yearned for greatness, a desire that would guide his every move. At a young age, he ventured into the military, where he quickly distinguished himself. His courage, tactical brilliance, and charismatic leadership earned him the respect of his men and the attention of Rome's political elite. But Caesar was not content with mere recognition. He sought influence, power, and a chance to leave his mark on the annals of history. Upon his return to Rome, Caesar plunged into the city's political arena. His charisma and eloquence made him a popular figure among the people. He knew how to play the game of politics, making alliances when necessary and breaking them when expedient. He climbed the political ladder, holding a series of high-ranking positions, each one bringing him closer to the pinnacle of power. Yet it was his appointment as a military general that set the stage for his ascension to absolute power. Leading his legions with a combination of tactical brilliance and sheer audacity, Caesar conquered Gaul, expanding Rome's territories and increasing his own personal wealth and influence. His victories made him a hero in the eyes of the Roman people, and a threat to the political elite. In a bold move, Caesar crossed the Rubicon, a river marking the boundary of Rome, with his army. This act was a direct challenge to the Senate's authority, and it sparked a civil war. Caesar emerged victorious, and in 44 BC, he was appointed Dictator Perpetuo, dictator in perpetuity. With a firm grip on power, Caesar was ready to reshape Rome and the world beyond. His rise to power was not just a personal triumph, but a turning point in history, setting the stage for the transformation of the Roman Republic into the Roman Empire. A political genius, yes, but Caesar was also a master tactician on the battlefield. Caesar's military acumen was as sharp as the gladius of a Roman soldier. His strategies, innovative and bold, changed the face of warfare and left an indelible mark on military tactics. Let's delve into the battlefield genius of this remarkable leader. One of Caesar's notable strategies was his ability to adapt and improvise in the face of adversity. Take, for instance, the Battle of Alesia, where he was heavily outnumbered. Instead of retreating, he ordered the construction of fortifications around the city and an outer line of defense against the approaching Gallic reinforcements, effectively trapping his enemies between two walls. His audacity paid off, delivering a decisive victory for the Romans. Next, consider the Battle of Pharsalus, where he demonstrated his understanding of psychological warfare. Facing off against Pompey's superior forces, he deliberately made his right flank appear vulnerable. Pompey took the bait, diverting his forces to exploit the perceived weakness. This allowed Caesar to launch a surprise attack on Pompey's left flank, leading to a resounding Roman victory. Another key element in Caesar's tactical playbook was his utilization of speed and surprise. His famous motto, Veni, Vidi, Vici, I came, I saw, I conquered, encapsulates his swift and decisive approach to warfare. His lightning-fast campaigns left his enemies with little time to prepare defenses or mount counterattacks. But perhaps the most enduring aspect of Caesar's tactics was his emphasis on the welfare and morale of his soldiers. He knew that a well-fed, well-rested, and motivated army was more likely to fight with vigor and loyalty. His efforts to ensure the well-being of his men boosted their morale, fostering a sense of camaraderie and commitment that often tipped the scales in his favor. Caesar's tactics, revolutionary in their time, have been studied and replicated by countless generals and military academies. His battlefield innovations, combined with his leadership skills, made him a military strategist par excellence, whose tactics continue to echo through the ages. But how does a Roman general from over 2,000 years ago still influence modern warfare? It's a question that might seem outlandish at first, but when we delve into the heart of military strategy, we find echoes of Julius Caesar at every turn. Caesar's tactics were a blend of leadership, discipline, and innovation, a trifecta that has stood the test of time. Let's start with leadership. Caesar wasn't just a general. He was a leader who understood the importance of morale and unity. His ability to inspire his troops and make them feel valued was a key factor in his many victories. Fast forward to today, and the importance of strong, inspiring leadership in modern armies is clear. Leaders are not just there to give orders, they are there to motivate, to inspire, to create a sense of camaraderie and purpose. Next, we have discipline. Caesar's legions were known for their discipline, their ability to follow orders and execute strategies with precision. This is a fundamental aspect of any modern army. Discipline ensures that the chaos of the battlefield does not result in disarray and defeat. And finally, innovation. Caesar was a master of adapting to new situations, of changing his tactics based on the enemy and the environment. He wasn't afraid to break from tradition if it meant gaining an advantage. This innovative spirit is alive and well in modern warfare, where technology and new strategies are constantly changing the face of conflict. From leadership to discipline to innovation, Caesar's principles continue to shape the way we approach warfare. But his influence doesn't stop there. These principles have found their way into other aspects of our lives, from business strategies to team management in sports. So we find that Caesar's legacy is not just in the annals of history or the textbooks of military academies. It is in the boardrooms, on the sports fields, and in the hearts and minds of leaders across the world. Caesar's influence is not confined to the battlefield, it permeates our everyday life. Caesar's impact extends far beyond the realm of military tactics. Indeed, his influence resonates through our modern world in ways both subtle and profound. Let's take a moment to appreciate the depth and breadth of the Caesar effect. Julius Caesar's political acumen was as formidable as his military prowess. He centralized power in Rome, a move that would shape the political landscape for centuries to come. This consolidation of power wasn't without controversy, but it allowed for streamlined decision-making and a unified front in times of crisis. Today, we can see echoes of Caesar's political strategies in many modern nations, where power is often concentrated in the hands of a few. But Caesar's influence isn't limited to the political sphere. He also left an indelible mark on our calendar. The Julian calendar, named after Caesar himself, was a radical reform of the Roman calendar, and served as the primary calendar for nearly 1,600 years. Today, our modern Gregorian calendar is merely a refinement of Caesar's Julian calendar. Even our language carries the echoes of Caesar. You've likely heard or used the phrase, crossing the Rubicon. This saying, originating from Caesar's fateful decision to cross the Rubicon River and march on Rome, has come to symbolize a point of no return. It's a testament to Caesar's enduring influence that his actions continue to shape our idioms and expressions. And let's not forget the Caesar cipher, one of the earliest known methods of cryptography. While it may seem quaint compared to today's advanced encryption techniques, it's a reminder of Caesar's innovative spirit. From politics to our calendar, from our language to cryptography, Caesar's influence is pervasive and enduring. His life and deeds continue to reverberate through the centuries, shaping our world in myriad ways. So, the next time you gaze upon a calendar or utter the phrase crossing the Rubicon, remember the indomitable spirit of Julius Caesar.